Hey, Bazaar Marketers, welcome back to the channel. This is Bazaar Marketing, Tim Summers, and where we talk about all things marketing. And today I got a special guest that I've known for many years and haven't seen in a while. And it's Milton Green from Mighty Clean Carpet and Upholstery. How's it going, Milton?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me to kind of talk about what's going on in our business and some marketing stuff. It's I love it. Gosh, I appreciate it. So
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you jumping on. I know you're super busy, and taking a few minutes out means a lot to me. And it's exciting. We chatted a little bit yesterday about your progression in your business, and we met through the chamber. And I can't even tell you how many years. It's probably when you first started their business, but you had one truck back then, and you told me some good news yesterday. So go ahead and tell me what's going on.
yeah, man. So I think it was about 2015 when we first met through the chamber. We were in a group together. Yeah, I had one truck, and it was basically me on the road, doing everything and trying to build a business. And man, I didn't know what to do. So at that point, I remember reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, man, I knew you did some marketing. It was bizarre for some reason. I don't know, bizarre marketing. I honestly, I know how to clean carpet, upholstery, tile and grout, all that stuff, but marketing was just like way over my head, man. So, brought you in, and you showed me some stuff. I mean, honestly, probably taught me more stuff than you needed to teach me about marketing, and that really kind of fueled what was going on as far as the growth for our business. We have we're now putting our third truck on the road since 2015. We're now three trucks in, hired a commercial manager. We've expanded considerably from then to now. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a history of like where we were versus where we are right now. So it's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, so
Really awesome.
seven, you probably think long years, but it's short years to have that kind of, increase in your business.
Yeah,
That's very exciting. I love hearing stories like that. And
for sure.
so,
I mean, honestly, starting in the back of my wife's minivan and getting to this point right now, it's insane. We're not where we want to be, but we're getting there. We're getting much closer. So
oh gosh, man, I
yeah,
remember, having many coffee chats and different meetings and things with
yeah,
you, and just you always had the vision of having a fleet of trucks out there, and just to see that come together,
yeah,
it was pretty exciting. So some of the things, like when we first started, we were doing a lot of social media, some paid ads
sure,
and things like that.
yeah,
And what other things, obviously you're still doing that kind of stuff, but what other
yeah.
things do you feel helped get you, the business that you have now?
Sure. At the beginning, it was that consistency of being on social media, posting every day. A big, huge thing, man, is posting on local groups. That was a big thing for us too. That I honestly, between the ads and Facebook and the local groups, that was massive. As far as getting off the ground running, getting a reputation in the community, that was pretty big, right? Other things that we've done since then, we're doing local service ads. If you're not familiar with that, that's basically on Google. I know you're familiar, but your viewers might not be familiar. But local service ads on Google, where we're right at the top of the search engine. We're Google guaranteed, meaning that Google has vetted our company and said, "Hey, this is a reputable company. You can use them, and they're going to do a good job for it." And so much so that we stake our reputation on it. The Google guarantee is fantastic because Google will actually compensate people that were damaged through a company that maybe isn't nearly as reputable, right? So they know that we've been vetted. They know that we're reputable, right? So that's a big thing. We're on top of that. We're also doing Google Ads, and I know it sounds like the same thing, but it's not. Google Ads is completely different. It's more search engine stuff. It's more optimized things. Like we're directing our marketing efforts towards certain demographics and making sure that our dollars are being spent wisely, taking into account for our cost per click, and what it takes to acquire a new customer is massive. Because if you're looking to build or scale a business, essentially what you have to do is go through and say, okay, well, how much does it cost me to acquire one new customer, right? So if the acquisition cost is $50 or $60, right? What does my price need to be first and foremost? Secondly, how much do I have to spend in order to get maybe 100 new customers or 200 new customers? So knowing that beforehand and saying I have to spend X amount of dollars to get those new customers is huge, right? So I can now scale up my business or dial it down based upon the budget that I put forward with my marketing, and which is massive. Which is massive. Knowing that and knowing your numbers is very important, right? So local service ads and Google has been massive for our growth over the last couple of years. Beyond that, remarketing to your previous clients, right? So making sure that you're putting just as much effort into holding on to that customer as actually attaining one, right? So because it's much more expensive to acquire a new customer than it is to keep a customer, right? So, and what I mean by that is how much does it cost to send a postcard, right? So if you really think about this, if it costs me $50 to acquire one new customer, and I send a postcard a few times a year to these customers, to the customers that I had already acquired, cost me $6 a year to actually remarket to these customers, which is massive, right? Email campaigns, things of that nature, but $6 to keep a customer versus $50 to acquire a new one. That to me is it's a no-brainer. I'm going to spend the money on making sure that I'm staying in touch with the customer, right? Another thing, sometimes people don't understand is and they do this, but they don't understand what it is. It's boots on the ground or guerrilla marketing, right? So meaning that you are on the ground, you are going out there, you're shaking babies and kissing hands, right? So you're out there, you're doing everything that you can to network and get in touch with people and get people, get your reputation and your information out there to as many people as you want. The other part of guerrilla marketing is yard signs, 5-around marketing. If you're not familiar with 5-around marketing, again, I know you probably are, Tim, but 5-around marketing is like you hit up your if you were going to a home and you were servicing a home, the people that are in that neighborhood, like typically the people in the home will speak to the people that are around them. The 5 people around them is who they speak to within their neighborhood. So if I go to do a job, I want the neighbors to know that I was there. So we put a yard sign out. They also put a door hanger up to let them know, hey, we're here. Your neighbor had their carpet done. Ask them how we did. And then hope that we're going to get a couple of jobs from the neighbors as well. So those are just a few things that we've been doing. Also on newspaper ads and there's so many marketing avenues that people aren't taking advantage of, and they're leaving it all on the table. They try something for a minute and think, oh, this is I should be making a ton of money. I spent $1,000. I should make a ton of money. No, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a slow game. You gotta. Think about it like this. Okay, I'm talking a lot, Tim. Cut me off if you want to, buddy. But
I love it.
Hey, man. So think about this. Taco Bell doesn't have to market to you. You already know about Taco Bell. You know that you can go and get a beef and bean burrito and whatever you want, nachos, right? But why do they market? Because they want to be top of mind. And that's why we market. We don't market to be to get that business that very moment. We just want to be top of mind when somebody needs something. Oh, that's right. Mighty Clean does that. Oh, I want a beef and bean burrito. I'm going to Taco Bell. Oh, I need some marketing. I need it to be bizarre. I'm going to Bizarre Marketing, right? So you need to be top of mind. And the only way you can do that is staying in front of people. That's honest to God truth. So.
That's brilliant. I love everything you said there. It's always fun talking to you because you're I have many customers and I'm not dogging any of my customers, but a lot of them don't get everything that you just said. It's so many different, bells and whistles that you got to be pulling levers and doing all this stuff to make all your marketing work. Yep. And you can't just do one thing. So circling back to a few things you said. So the Google ads, I think that's a key in a service business, because it's people, they pretty much got their card or their, money out, and they're
Yeah.
Googling, I need
Yeah.
my carpet cleaned, and if you popping up the first one there, that's just, brilliant. And hopefully they're not just tire kickers and clicking on it and costing you money. But if they are, they still went to your site, still got to acknowledge, who you are. And then they might then jump into social media and see, gosh, this Mighty Clean's in every group, that Downriver and Friends and all those different ones. So kind of validates you there as well.
Well,
And
the beautiful part of that, not to cut you off, Tim, but the beautiful part of that is, like you said, they have their wallets out already, right? It's targeted marketing.
Right.
These people are already looking for your service, right? So so understand what this is, right? So targeted marketing means I'm targeting somebody specifically. They're looking for me. Facebook and Instagram and all that other stuff is what they consider interruption marketing, right?
Exactly.
I am knocking on your door and saying, hey, come and see me. I'm the guy. Look, I have to get your attention.
Right.
I don't need to get somebody's attention when they're on Google. They're already looking for me. Now, once they look for me, I just have to be the pretty girl at the ball. That's it. I have to be the pretty girl at the ball. I have to be the one that stands out the most. I have to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to be as attractive as I possibly can. Right. And to the other point you were saying too, like a lot of people try one thing, right? One stinking thing. That's all I'm going to do. So think of marketing as a fist, right? So if I'm going to fight, I can poke you. I might hit your eye. It might hurt. But if I ball up my fist, I have 5 different things and I sock you, it's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much better. I'm going to win that fight 9 times out of 10. So
absolutely. You're just coming at them at every angle. It's like, I'm over here, I see them. I'm over here, I see them. I can't stop from seeing this company. They must be good because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just think that's, brilliant. Interruption marketing was exactly what I was going to say. So you beat me to the punch there, but that's
okay. Sorry, man.
No, you're good.
Jump in.
Again,
if I wasn't cleaning carpet, I'd be marketing. So
yeah, it's great. And that's what's funny is you get it, man. Everything you say is like, yes, I'll just shut up and sit here. You take the show. So,
nice.
And the other thing I like too is the neighborhood marketing. So I remember, many times, I needed a roof put on my house, and you'd see a sign in the neighborhood, and my neighbor, felt confident in these guys. I'm going to go chat with him and see, how was your experience? How'd everything go? And then you're calling that place to come out and give you a bid. And that's the same with what you're doing. And
Exactly.
getting the door hangers on there. It's like, oh yeah, I seen, Joe next door was getting his carpet cleaned. Now I got all the information's right on my door. And that's just brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
And then
it takes 30 seconds to do it too. That's the crazy part.
30
It's like,
seconds.
just don't waste those steps, man. Just do what you need to do. Get in front of these people and just let it be. Your reputation is going to speak for what it is. So,
right.
Yep.
I think that's great. And then you're obviously training all of your staff to do this, and it's,
Exactly.
a mandatory, thing for them to go through what you've, done yourself. And now you're training them all to do that. So that explains your growth. And, some people are like, oh, how do you grow so fast? And it's listening to you now. It's just like, you've got it all dialed in, and what you're doing, learning along the way. I'm still learning after 32 years.
Yeah.
It's
well, to that point, Tim, here's what happens with a lot of business owners and people. They get stuck in their damn head. All right. Excuse my language. They get stuck in their head, and they're like, well, I tried that once. It doesn't work. I tried this. It doesn't work. I tried that. It doesn't work. Or I'm not going to do that. I'm not good on the internet. I'm not good with people. I'm not good with this and that. And then they end up failing, one, because they're not teachable. Okay. They're not teachable. There's so many people that are so prideful that you can't tell them anything. Right. And this isn't to bash people or business owners in general. Right. It's just saying, stop and know what you know, and what you don't know, find out. And if you can't find out, hire somebody that does know. That's really the basis of it all. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. The things I'm not good at, I'm hiring out to somebody else. The things that I'm good at, I'm doing the crap out of it. I'm doing it every single solitary day, and I'm doing it hard, Right. So,
and learning along the way, learning from the mistakes you make, and just move forward and go, okay, that's it. I'm going to try it a different angle and do different things. So
I get that. It takes a lot of introspective, thought process. Like what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And saying I can actually be honest with myself instead of lying to myself about what I'm doing. That's the honest to God truth. If you're screwing up, you're screwing up. If your phone's not ringing, you're doing something that maybe needs to change. And how are you going to change it? Absolutely. That's it. Do it, man.
Couldn't agree with you more. I was gonna give a funny. You said you put up the fist in one type of marketing. So when I started my business, there was one type of marketing. It was the phone book. You put an ad in there. It was like whoever had the biggest ad won, and that's how I built the business. Like that's all you needed to do. And now, I mean, we did some, mailings and that kind of thing too, direct mail. I actually have the guerrilla marketing book. I can't remember who wrote that. Is it Jay Bear? That's like one of my favorite books, and I've got it up on the shelf there. I have to pull that out again in old school. And as the name Kennedy, Robert Kennedy. He used to be that direct mail guerrilla marketing kind of guy, and that stuff still works. And people fall asleep on that, and they don't use it. You just think, oh, I can only do social media, but man, getting a postcard or a thank you card, I can't tell you how many times I would meet somebody at the chamber and send them 2 or 3 postcards over a couple of years. And then I would get a call going, gosh, you've been sending me stuff for 3 years. I finally need, what you do now. And it costs you pennies on the dollar to get that customer versus like you were saying, the $50 or $80, whatever it was to get the client. So
exactly.
That's brilliant. So I have another question about, and I always feel this way about the competition. I feel like I'm, not to be sounding arrogant, but I'm driving forward and I'm not looking in the rear view mirror at the competition. Do you give any, look at the competition, go, oh man, they're doing this, I should maybe do that, or, are just like laughing, going, hey, they're doing this and I'm never going to do that kind of thing.
Right. Well, I think the beautiful thing is to know yourself, right? Know yourself, know your product, know what you're selling, know what you're giving to people. And if you know what you're giving to people, you don't give a crap what anybody else is doing. You really honestly don't. Right. My prices are what my prices are. The competitors' prices are what they are. I know this is the service that we offer, and I know the value of the service, and I'm going to stay in my lane. You guys do you, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do me really, really well. That's really what it comes down to. I'm going to do what I do fantastic every single solitary day. It all sounds stinking cliche, but it is. Know yourself and you're fine. If you think about dating, I mean, think about women dating. Who do they go after? They don't go after the shy guy in the freaking corner. They go after the confident guy, even if he's a jerk, They go after that confident guy that knows who he is and could give a crap what anybody else thinks about him.
Right.
Honestly, that's who they go after.
Yeah.
So
totally makes sense. And I feel the same way. It's like I get those, oh, you quoted me, it's way higher than the other quotes I got, but I just stayed fast and like, you're paying for me, my experience, it's going to come through. And I feel the same with you. There's probably so many out that, my uncle used to call them, he's in asphalt business, used to call them gypsies, they would just charge, $10 versus his $100, and, let them have that business,
Well, we call that a race to the bottom.
Exactly.
Honestly, it's a race to the bottom. Like, how cheap can I go? And I don't know how some of these companies are actually, honest to God, making money. I don't know if they are making money, if they don't know what the heck they're doing. They're not going to be in business for long, and it for the consumer, they're like, oh yeah, I got this for this and that. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't get a quality product, I guarantee it. And you didn't get somebody with staying power that's going to stand there and do, stand behind their work, for one, do what needs to be done to take care of things that maybe go awry, because things always do to some extent. They go awry, right? I had a customer one time, and I'll get into a little quick story. I came in and we cleaned for her, and she said, what, the last time we had somebody out, they charged me like $75 for everything that you're charging. You're charging $250. Why is it such a big difference? And I said, well, I don't know, but I said, let me ask you this. Why didn't you call the last guy? And she said, well, I called the last guy and he's no longer in business. I said, well, what happened? Why is he no longer in business? And she goes, well, he was driving and he got into an accident, and his truck flipped and it destroyed his equipment, right? It destroyed his truck. And I said, wow, he wasn't able to replace that? And she said, no. I said, you want to know why? I said, because he came in, he wasn't insured. He didn't have anything in the backup because he thought he was charging what he needed to charge to make a profit. And maybe he was paying his bills, that's fine, but he wasn't making a profit. And now he had something catastrophic happen and he can no longer actually be in business. And I am no fool. I'm going to charge what I need to charge, because if something like that happened to me, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure that we have a backup for that. Otherwise I won't be in business for long and I don't have the staying power. To me, I would rather work with a company that has the staying power, that wants to that wants to grow a business and that stands behind the work, than anybody that gives me a cheap price. Whatever it takes. Another opinion I have is whatever it takes to get you is what it takes to keep you. If you come to me for high quality work, then all I have to do is perform high quality work. If you come to me for a low price, I have to give you a low price. Otherwise, you're going to go to somebody else that has a lower price, period. So knowing who I am, knowing my lane, knowing that I don't care the competition's doing it for next to nothing. I don't care. I honestly don't.
Right.
So,
and those customers are the one and done kind, and they're not going to put you to your third truck, because I'm sure you've had customer after customer come back to you year after year after year.
Yep.
And that's what makes the difference. They're willing to pay that extra versus the guy that's the gypsy running around, charging nothing.
Yeah, you have a great reputation. That's why I'm coming with you. I don't care what it costs. You have a fantastic, we have a 5-star Google reputation. We have thousands of 5-star reviews over all of the things that we actually get reviews on. It's fantastic. It's great. And that's because we do that work, and you're going to pay for good work. That's just how it works.
Right.
You're not going to pay a cheap price and get great work. You're not.
Right. It just shows your passion too for your business and your clients, and you're not just out there to make a buck and clean their carpet and go to the next place. You want them to be like, man, I never had my carpet furniture cleaned so good before. I'm telling everybody about it.
Exactly.
And that just shows the growth of your company. So, man, that's so exciting. So real quick, I guess if we want to wrap things up, what's the future for you, either the rest of the year, next couple of years? What's going on in the business?
So we're going to continue to scale, looking to hopefully in the next year or two, God willing, that we will be able to put another truck or two and maybe up to 5 trucks in the next couple of years. I'd like to be able to vacation. That'd be great, because I'm so wrapped up in the business a lot that I don't get to do that. Take some time off. I'd like to be able to just shut my dang phone off and not have to worry about the day to day. And that only happens with actually getting in front of the right people, scaling that business, and just I don't know, just doing what needs to be done, grinding every day. So
that's awesome. That's exciting. Well, I look forward to having this chat with you. I know we'll talk before then, but in a couple of years, and see what the next level brings you. I'm sure it'll be good things. So I will definitely put all your contact information in this video, link it around so everybody can go check you out and your services. And I appreciate your time, and it's so exciting to hear the journey and know I was there at the beginning. Might have had a small part in some of it.
No, man, you had a big part. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you and Bazaar Marketing helping us out and getting us off the ground and moving, man. We wouldn't. Honest to God, I truly appreciate you telling me what you've done.
I'm kidding, but I appreciate.
But that's the God's honest truth, though, and you can use that in your marketing. There's my testimonial for you guys and what you've done. No, I appreciate you tremendously. So, and not everybody can pull off the white beard that you do.
I know. I'm just looking at now. It's really white. It goes with my. But see, you're pulling off the no hat. I keep the hat on because I can't.
Well, I mean,
level.
Yeah. I didn't shave this morning because I didn't want to be crazy shiny.
That's right. That's great. Well, man, it's a pleasure as usual. And I thank you for taking the time to doing this. And we will chat soon as well. And take care. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you.